All right, so today we're heading to Chad
Ooh, Chad.
for a wildlife safari.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, and luckily we've got these awesome research notes here to guide us through it.
A cheat sheet. I like it.
Exactly, like this is your one-stop shop for all things Chad wildlife.
Awesome.
We're talking like scorching deserts,
Yeah.
lush wetlands.
Wow, the variety.
Yeah, and like 5 incredible animals that call this place home.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so first up, we've got the Addax Antelope.
Oh, yeah. The Addax, the ultimate survivor.
Right, like synonymous with the Sahara Desert.
Totally.
But there's like way more to them than just handling the heat.
Oh, for sure.
I was reading that they can go months, even years, with barely any water.
It's mind-blowing, right?
Yeah, like how is that even possible?
Well, their kidneys are like super efficient.
Okay.
They produce this incredibly concentrated urine to minimize water loss.
Right. Every drop counts.
Exactly. And then there's their coat.
Oh, yeah, it's like almost white, isn't it?
It is. And it's not just for camouflage.
Ah.
It reflects sunlight. Helps them stay cool.
So they're like walking solar panels.
Huh? Pretty much.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so from the desert master to a totally different environment.
Yeah.
What about the red-fronted gazelle?
Okay, so picture this sleek, reddish-brown coat flashing across the savanna and the Sahel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the red-fronted gazelle is built for speed.
Makes sense, gazelle.
Right. Long, slender legs,
Okay.
flexible spine for those like lightning-fast turns.
To dodge predators, I bet.
You got it. And even their hooves are special.
Really?
Yeah, they're adapted for both soft, sandy soil and like harder, rocky terrain.
Oh, wow, that's so cool so they can handle it all.
Exactly. Versatile little guys.
I love it. All right, well, speaking of predators, our notes mention the African wild dog
Oh, yeah, those guys.
facing a tough time in Chad, it seems.
Sadly, yeah, highly endangered. Their
Hmm.
populations are fragmented, mostly confined to places like Zakouma National Park.
I see.
But you know what's really fascinating about them?
What's that?
They're cooperative hunters.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, they work together in packs,
Wow.
hunting down prey way bigger than themselves.
Talk about teamwork.
Right. Incredible coordination.
But I imagine, like, habitat loss and human activity makes it harder for them to hunt effectively.
Absolutely. Fragmentation really messes with their hunting grounds
Yeah.
and their social structures, too.
Right, because they need that pack.
Exactly. It's crucial for breeding and raising pups.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, so from the challenges on land, let's dive into the water
Okay.
and talk about the Nile crocodile.
Ah, yes, the king of the waterway.
Right. Apex predator in those rivers and lakes.
Absolutely, including Lake Chad.
They must be incredibly well adapted to that environment.
Oh, totally powerful jaws, keen sense of smell.
Oh, yeah?
And get this, they have sensitive pressure receptors along their jaws.
Huh. Interesting. What do those do?
So they can detect even the tiniest ripples in the water, even when it's murky.
So it's like they've built in underwater radar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, something like that.
That's insane.
Hmm.
I remember reading that Nile crocodiles are keystone species.
That's right.
Can you explain what that means, though?
Sure, so a keystone species has a huge impact on its ecosystem.
Okay.
Like their presence or absence can completely change the balance of the whole community.
Gotcha.
In the Nile crocodile's case, they regulate prey populations.
Great.
They influence wetland habitats, even create basking sites that other species use.
Wow. So they're kind of running the show.
In a way, yeah, they have a lot of responsibility.
Absolutely. And speaking of ecosystems, our last stop brings us to another savanna resident,
Okay.
the Kordofan giraffe.
Ah, graceful giants.
But unfortunately, they're facing some threats too, right?
Sadly, yes, they're considered vulnerable,
Mhm.
mainly because of habitat loss and poaching.
Right.
And they also have to compete with livestock for grazing.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. And then there's climate change.
Right, more frequent droughts make it even tougher.
So we've really seen a lot on this safari.
We have from scorching deserts to lush wetlands and everything in between.
Yeah, exactly. And met some incredible animals along the way. What stands out to you?
You know what really gets me is how each animal shows the connection between adaptation, environment, and survival.
Yeah.
Their features and behaviors, it's like millions of years of evolution on display.
It's all inspiring.
It is,
Yeah.
but their struggles also show us how urgent conservation is.
Right. Not just for them, but for the whole planet.
Exactly. It's all connected.
That's a powerful message, and it leaves us with a lot to think about.
It does.
It's like, what can we do individually and collectively to make sure these animals keep thriving in Chad?
A great question.
It is. It's something we all need to consider as we keep exploring and learning about our world.
I agree.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
And until next time, keep exploring.
And stay curious.
See ya.